So most personal finance pros will tell you that playing the lottery is an additional tax on poor people. And our argument is just like tariffs, playing the lottery is a good thing.
And helped us retire early.
You're listening to Queer Money episode number 609, and today we're turning that age-old trope about playing the lottery on its head.
Let's start off by saying no, we have never won the lottery. I think that maybe we have won $6 or $8 at most, and we turned around and bought more
I
tickets.
don't know if that counts as winning when you think about as much as we put into it.
Yeah.
Before we dive into the details here, this is a more of a fun episode, but it's more of a mental game to help you get crystal clear on what really matters most to you and how to align your spending with your values so that you can actually live the life that you want and, like us, retire early if that's what you want to do. Before we dive into the details, though, let us know in the comments, do you play the lottery? And if you have ever played the lottery, have you ever won? And then if you have a strategy for winning, let us know.
Or if you won big, buy us a coffee.
We would, yeah. We wouldn't mind winning the lottery or getting a lot of coffee. Anyway, Here's the story.
Yeah. So the reality is that we actually don't truly play the lottery on a regular basis.
No.
We only play when we are out driving interstate. So when we go from one state to another, we have driven from Nevada to Colorado to Ohio to Pennsylvania. We have driven
And back again.
a fair amount, but the primary reason why we buy these lottery tickets is because it kills time, right? It gives us something to do and something to talk about. And it really kind of keeps our energy up because we all know what it's like, right? You start to have those fantasy conversations about what you would do if you won that $300 million or if you won that $40 million, right? We always come up with these fantasy ideas and have these fun conversations about what we would do. And that's really what it was used for us. It was used as a way to actually have a lot of fun while we're driving across country instead of just listening to the same
Be careful.
divas over and over and over again, because David doesn't really listen to divas.
Which diva are you talking about? But that's it. So yeah, it has been a sort of a strategy to entertain us while we drive across country and break up those long drives. But what we've realized, what it has helped us do over the years is, like I said in the intro, it helps us get crystal clear on what really matters most to us. Initially, when we started playing this game, we did all the typical things, right? Oh, we're going to update our wardrobe and have all designer clothing, and we're going to go on this fabulous trip and this fabulous trip. We're going to, buy a nice, David, a brand new Audi, something or other. All these things, buy that mid-century modern home in Palm Springs that we've always wanted. But then over the years, we've realized that, well, while we do like those things, we don't necessarily want to put money into it, or at least a lot of money into it. And it helps us get clear on the things that we do want are actually, we want to save for a comfortable and secure retirement. We want to acquire more real estate properties so that the dollars that we do earn can make more money. We would want to put more money into our small businesses, Queer Money and Debt-Free Guys, to help reach more people and help more people with their personal finances. And then we'd want to give more back to the community and other causes that are important to us. And so we realized that over the years, the things that we fantasize doing with those lottery winnings aren't as grandiose and as abundant as we maybe at once upon a time they were.
And I will say that as we've refined the list down, we started talking a little bit more about how some of those things are accessible to us even without winning the lottery. So let's cheers. By the way, folks, John and I are leaving tomorrow morning as we are recording this for a trip to Mexico to scout out some towns, and we'll be sharing information with you on that later. But I think that the cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, so what that has helped us do is, well, what can we do today to sort of align our spending with what our values are? How can we stop spending in ways that clearly aren't making us happy? Because over the last 5 years or so, we've decided we don't necessarily need that all designer clothing wardrobe. Neither of us really
needed that. But
neither of us really need that. I mean, so it's that strategy that's helped us be able to retire early. And I think what it's done is helped us sort of jump off the treadmill of hedonic adaptation, where we always need to buy the new thing, because those new things don't necessarily matter to us.
Yeah, and I think it was also realizing what is accessible, what we want and what is accessible, and how do we use our money to get there? And it was what we wanted. It wasn't what we wanted so that other people would say they want to be our friends, or it wasn't what we wanted because we want to impress other people. It was all about how do we create the life that we want.
Right.
And, there are times when we would actually talk about this. We'd be okay with winning $1 million, $100,000, because it would get us a little bit closer to the realities rather than the extremes.
Right. And so the idea here is, we often, people say, ask us, how do we get my partner on the same money page as me? We always say, start with the hopes and dreams stuff first. Start with the fun stuff. What is it you want to achieve? What is that singular or those few amazing vacations that you want to take? What are those huge life goals that you want to achieve? Get clear on like the fun stuff first, and then sort of back into what is it going to take you to get there. Few of us are going to win the lottery, so that's never going to be an option for us. But once we get clarity on what it is that we truly want, then we can say, okay, how do I adjust my lifestyle? How do I adjust my spending? How do I reduce my expenses, increase my income to then start funding the life that I want? And if early retirement is what you want, maybe you can do that when you're clear on what you want. Even if you just want to retire at a traditional age, you can get clear on what it's going to take to get there, but focus on that fun stuff. And the more you have these conversations, I think it's the act of repetition.
It is.
It's doing it over and over and over again, because now it's gotten to the point we've realized that on the last trip was, wow, the ideas that we've come up with aren't a whole lot different than the last time we played this game.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of, we figure out what it is that we truly want.
Right. It's solidifying. And, it's just that you mentioned that repetition in the brain, saying it over and over again, it helps to put it in a place where it's a possibility that it could become a reality, or that we start talking about the steps of making it happen. We start talking about what kind of bond ladder that we would want to have, what kind of charities that we would want to give our money to, organizations that we would support, local centers. That's one of the things John and I have talked about a lot, is there are so many small to medium-sized cities in America that do not have an LGBT center, and it would be amazing. One of the things we would love to do is to populate a bunch of those cities with LGBT centers, and that's the kind of dream that we have. But then we recognize that is accessible for us today. We can contribute to the centers that exist, or to drives that are trying to open up a new center.
Mm-hmm. So that's why we think everyone should play the lottery strategically, not every week or every month, but play strategically and have those fun fantasy conversations to figure out what it is you want to achieve.
Yeah. To be clear, we don't take a lot of road trips, so we don't play regularly. We haven't played in over a year, but the benefits of us playing certainly have lasted.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how about you? Have you played the lottery? Have you won? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to grab your free Happy Gay Retirement Calculator to start planning your ideal retirement.
Then come back next week when we share the top 5 places in Costa Rica for LGBTQ plus retirees. And then the following week, we're going to peel back the onion on golden visas, what's going on, and one of our favorite options for us, as well as our listeners and viewers. If you love this episode, as always, please remember to like, subscribe, set notifications, share it with your friends and family who also want to retire fabulously. And until next time, stay fabulous. If winning the lottery isn't in the cards for you, and let's be real, for most of us, it isn't, catch our episode here on The Perfect Plan for Gay People to Retire.